anyway. So let me make sure that this is showing up on the live. And it says upcoming. So let's see what happens with this. Man, that's a lot of videos on there on this YouTube channel. Boy, you guys are getting really close to the 500 giveaway. I'll get back to that. And then I'm going to demold some molds tonight. I'm going to do some pretty exciting stuff. So let's hang out. I'm home. I'm back in the studio. And man, does it feel good to be home. Okay, so let's see if it shows me live yet. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see if I can get comments going. I see we got one person in. Okay, so now let's get the chat happening. Here you go, chat. All right, I'm liking it. Okay, so it looks like everything's working on this end. How's everything working on your guys' end? Can y'all hear me? Boy, we got a lot to get to tonight. So it looks like we got about 5 people in. Thank you guys. You know what? That was quite the trip. I went down into Humboldt, California, and boy, oh boy, was it beautiful. I made some videos for you guys. I hope you enjoyed them. So let me turn the volume down on this. Okay, yeah, there we go. That should do that. Okay, yeah, I see that Jeff Stroger's in, my wife is in, and Curtis Blair is in. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Oh my goodness, what a trip. So we went from Oregon to California, and on that trip, we stopped and did some things along the way. Found out some other stuff, which I'll talk about later. It was just a great trip, you guys. But I sure did miss hanging out with all of you. I hope that you caught the Monday Night Live. You know, this next Monday night is going to have a lot of information in it for you guys, so you're definitely going to want to make sure that you're there. We are together at 441 people on the YouTube channel. Don't forget that, you know, I've been posting it up. We've got this backpack full of our gear going out when we hit 500, because Bryce already hit his 500. And, you know, it was amazing to me. He hit it and then he just jumped, right? So I'm trying to tell you guys, the bells and whistles will all get turned on. So, you know, make sure you pay attention to that. Okay, so let me go back to comments. Right. Okay, so I see Chasing Chrome's in tonight too. You know, guys, my adventures at this time of the year just get started, right? You know, can everybody hear me okay? Because I got this mic right here, so I don't know if it's working or not. So somebody give me a 10 by 10 and let me know if you can hear me. So my adventures just start at this time of the year. So we just got done with 10 days in California, and gas was $8, right at $8 for diesel. Oh my goodness, it was expensive to be there, but I did learn some cool stuff. Okay, so like I said, my adventures just start right now. On Sunday, I'm leaving with Wayne, which makes probably one of the best prawns or coon shrimps that are out there. We've lost a lot of fish with those because we had to change the hook. That's what we're working on now, and I'll probably do a Friday night bait lab with you guys just so that you can see that. Yep, that's from my, that right there is from my favorite brewery, and so is that one. That's the Lost Coast Brewery in Eureka, California. And let me tell you something, they have a watermelon beer right there right now that they can't keep on stock because it's just that tasty, right? So we went in and we ate some of the wings. Oh my goodness, they were so good. The food is so good there, you guys. So we enjoyed ourselves, like I said, on this last adventure. We ate some good food, had a beer with our dinner, you know, which is the way that should go. So yeah, there's some new stuff in the studio. If you see behind me right here, there's a fishing pole right there, which I'll show you guys here in a little bit. I was at an estate sale that was downtown. Gosh, I can't remember. It was a really small town. But we popped into that small town and they were having this huge estate sale. So, and it was in a commercial building. And I found a reel that you guys are going to slobber over just like I did, right? So then we found a rocking chair for my granddaughter too. It was really cool. All right. So Raven, just answered that question because I'm sort of popping through them. I leave Sunday at 1 o'clock. I'm going to go pick up the guy that probably makes the best shrimp that I've ever fished. And because, you know, I make shrimp sand, I make all that stuff, but he makes a cured shrimp that's just off the chain. I've been after him for like 4 years to get his act together and make sure that he makes those, right? Because us fishermen can use it. So, so that will be the next adventure. Then I'm getting a post from In and On the Net that we've got a bunch of springers, not a bunch, but a few springers coming in. So we'll probably hit the Umpqua too, just to make sure that we're catching fish. Okay, so Jeff, do you want to go ahead and JFK 2026? Do you want to go ahead and kick him out, or I'll do it? I'll take care of it. There, let me click on him. So let's go ahead and report him. Okay, I got him. I got it for you, Jeff. Okay, hide username. There we go. And done. So I got a feeling that we're going to run into a bunch of those hackers, right? Okay, so tonight, guys, there's a lot going on. Okay, so as I told you guys as I was gone, that I wanted us to hit the 500. We didn't do that. So I'm hoping that anybody that's new in here tonight, go ahead and subscribe, because when we hit the 500, we have this guy, we have all of this stuff, there's going to be a box that's in there too. We have all of this stuff here. We have all of this stuff going inside of the box, so along with a lot of other stuff. So whoever wins that, between Bryce's people and my people, whoever wins that is going to be a really happy camper. So, but tonight, I wanted to demold some stuff, right, with you guys. So I wanted to open up the molds that just showed up. Okay, so Jitnani, so I won't say much about that, but if you guys are following the text on here, you're going to see that people are starting to give you some new info, right? And which is how we do it here. So I'll get my live stream stuff set back up so we can go to Facebook and to YouTube at the same time, guys. But it was just because I was traveling. And the Hawaii trip is coming up too. So I'm going to travel up, do some Springer and some summer steelhead at the same time. Then I'm going to come back. I'm going to shoot a bunch of gear, get you guys ready for your lingcod and our ocean season, and get you. I want to explain. I'm going to do the ball buster tonight. But I want to explain the Spin' Joe. If you guys didn't notice, I put a video up on Kurt Sandin on Facebook. Oh my goodness. You know, that Spin' Joe's just been consistent for a long time, and it catches a lot of fish. So, you know, just watch the videos, you'll learn. Okay, so Joseph Campbell, welcome in, sir. And thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it. Going to be a little bit of a longer night tonight because that I've got some molds that I want to demold. I want to talk about the hoochies that just came in. because I wasn't happy with the fish field or the P lines. So I started doing some searching on those. I want to talk about this little MSR stove. We're gonna demold. We're gonna demold this guy, or at least open it up and show you what's coming there. We're gonna talk about the epic baits that we just ordered. So yeah, we got a lot to go through tonight. So where should I get started, guys? Should I get started with the ball buster? Because I see a lot of the other YouTubers that are in our areas are talking about spinners right now. So I guess I should probably talk about spinners too. So I've been searching a long time and working a long time with the ball buster. We already know that it catches fish. And I sort of wanted to explain that tonight so you guys could actually see how that thing works, right? Because it's really important, right? I mean, especially as we get into the springer season and the summer steelhead. Guys, I'm telling you, we, through all of us, right? This was all done between all of us. We actually created something through all of our work that I'm really, really proud about because I know it already catches fish, but it just got better. So let me get started on that, but let me go ahead and go back. Yeah, so guys, let's go ahead and let's make sure that we got the thumbs up and all the rest of that. Listen, guys, it could take the next 6 months for it to hit 500. I don't care, but if you guys want some free tackle, I would make sure that I subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's start with the ball buster. Okay, so, and I kept it raw so that you guys could see how these things actually look. Because that I found some stuff that's going to make it even better, you guys. That's the one thing working baits is working baits. Okay, so let's start with the 1/2 ounce. Okay, so this is the 1/2 ounce ball buster, okay? And if you notice, it's got a long shaft on it. It's got a ball at the bottom of it I like the VMC side wash because it's light. It wiggles a lot more when the water hits it. You can use the Gamakatsu River ones. You can use all of the rest of them. Here's one for you. I want that thing wiggling as much as possible. So that's why I choose to go with that one. And when I powder coat it, the hook end, because it is a side wash, okay, so you see the turn in it? So it is a side wash. And, just the color on it and the point that's on it, when I powder coat it, I don't lose my point on the end of that, okay? So that point stays good, right? Now, this weekend I'm gonna powder coat, but I have to pinch down the bar because I'm going to where we have to have barbless hooks. So, okay, but anyway, so everybody was talking about throwing lures out, that you got to get them down to the bottom. And that's where you're effective fishing. And if you get hung up, no big deal. It's just, you just lost another lure. Okay, so knowing that, I built a spinner so that this is the heaviest part of the spinner. And the idea is first off, when you go to cast it, right, the weight is at the back of the spinner. So it's going to cast it a lot further, okay? Then when it hits the water, it's going to turn and go down this way as quick as possible, right? Doesn't matter if it's rapids, doesn't matter. But when you have your spinner blade up here, that's bringing the spinner down this way. Then you pick it up and you start reeling it this way. Well, with the tail wiggling, right? Or if you're back bouncing it, right? So this works in many different ways. So first off, it casts a country mile. Second off is that when it hits the water, right, it goes this way, then it turns and it falls down. The spinner falls down. So you might as well be twitching or jigging or whatever. But that blade is sitting out there spinning, right? So this falls down, then you pick it back up and you start reeling it. Well, now you have the colored tail. But I was putting the hoochie on the hook. Well, guess what? That was a mistake. I needed to shove this shaft up that hoochie to make it flare out around this ball at the bottom, you guys. And that's what we should do right now. But let me check the comments. Okay, so it looks like we got about 10 people in. Okay, so I'm going to continue on. Okay, so I have the 1 ounce in this too, guys. So it's not really going to matter. It's going to be a 1/2 ounce or a 1 ounce, right? But what matters is the hoochies that go on the back of it, okay? These ones are too long. These ones are too long. So I didn't like the P line. I didn't like the fish field. So I did find a company that I like, okay? And that's because the hoochies fit and they work just exactly the way that we needed them to work. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy right here, which is an orange. And I like the glitter in them, but watch what happens. Okay, so let me give it a snip. Okay, so can't find that, okay. So I was in, where was I at there? Fortuna, somewhere. We were up on a fishing bay, and this guy walked up to me and he saw that I had a buck on my side, and he gave me this buck. So, and there was only like maybe 10 of these made. So it's just as rare as my 505, which is sterling silver. So yeah, so just in case you guys didn't know, I do collect bucks because I love the knife. I think that they're just amazing. Okay, so let's cut this guy open. All right. And then I want to discuss what I found. So I was thinking to myself, okay, this is probably not going to work this way, right? But I would like for it to work this way. Where are my scissors? There they are. Because I was afraid that the blade was going to stick to this plastic, right? Well, it turns out it doesn't. So let me introduce you guys to the ball buster with the flared hoochie up its shaft, right? So I'm going to give it a cut. Okay, just simple like that, so that it's, open, right? But we still got the eyes, which is pretty cool. And then I'm just simply going to take the ball buster and shove the shaft right up through there. But watch what it does to the okay, sometimes you just have to live and learn, right? So I mean, that going through the water, let me put it back on the shaft. Okay, so this going through the water, that's got a lot of activity, right? This is what we were looking for. Okay, so I'll put the Hoochie Mama on the website tomorrow for you guys. It's $6 all day long. 1/2 ounce. 1/2 ounce, I'll probably lower the price down. But I mean, that's just a good looking lure, which is very effective. But what I like is how the tail is all flared out. Man, I can't wait to see what that does to the fish. Okay, so let me check my questions. Yeah, it is spinner time. Let's see, that was J. Tony. It's definitely spinner time. And then as we get into the river for the springers, when we're up into some of the larger tributaries, this 1 ounce is going to do the trick. Okay, let me put one of those on there. Let's just go with this one. So yeah, let's cut this guy open and we'll put one of these guys on there. And then I'll switch over and we're going to open up a mold, you guys. So I got some stuff from Epic. And you know, what a first class company, right? I'll show you guys what me and Joe opened it up and saw it, and what they sent, and what first class it was. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with this purple and blue, which is a good color right now for the springers. Give her a cut. And same thing once again. Slide it down the shaft. So I'm thinking about selling the components for you guys too. So that you guys can have the components so you can make what you need for your area, right? But I mean, come on. That's just damn good looking, right? Okay, so anyway, enough of that. All right, so, so Raven, you know, anytime, I'm here for a few more days, and then we're taking off and going to Hawaii, which my goal is on the first island is to get a lot of video of what waterfall I can get to. And then of course I'll be doing the jack tunas off the shore to see if we can't catch one of those. Okay, so wait. Hold it, kids. Put the skids on. Guess what happened? So we were at that place doing the estate sale. And I ran across something that you guys will hopefully enjoy just as much as I did. Was actually looking this reel up, right? So this is a brand spanking new pole, and it's been sitting around probably since the, you know, late 80s, probably 90s, right? Okay, hang on. Let me get this big old boy out. So I'm gonna take the top off. So it's an 8.3, this is a 8.3 Shakespeare. And it's got a cork handle on it, which means that they actually made these things, right? But if you see that reel that's on there, that's an Abu Garcia, and it's a 5500 that literally is brand spanking new. So we looked it up online. I mean, the monofilament's even still crisscrossed, right? But that cork handle is just amazing on this pole. So anyway, so we looked up the reel, and we realized that that it had the upper drag on here, right? Which you can see the numbers and stuff. So I started looking it up, and it turns out that this thing is like worth a lot of money. For me, I just want to fish it, not unless one of you guys say, hey, I need that for my collection, right? I mean, this thing still got the stickers on it, and it's old. So I found that. I found that right there. Then I found something else that I wanted to talk to you guys about too, which is a stove while you're out on the shoreline, right? Let's say, you know, you fell into the water. It happens. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to heat something up, some water real quick, and you could actually take water out of the river and heat your water up just to get your core back up to shape, right? This is just one of those safety things that you might want to have while you're out fishing. So I was out hanging out and doing a little shopping, and I ran across something that I had actually forgotten about. But I'm going to reintroduce you guys to it tonight. So this is called an MSR stove. Okay? Now, these things are extremely tiny, and they will definitely fit into your fishing backpack, right? Okay? So, and it's a small canister of fuel. It's about like this big. It's about 2.5 inches large, right? And it's about, I'd say about 3 inches around. So that fuel will fit into there. Well, you have this guy here that literally opens up. I mean, this thing is so cool, you guys. when you go use this, this is probably one of the first jet boils. So it's going to boil water really quick. Okay, so you just take this end, hook it up to your canister, put this down, put your jet boil if you have one, or just a small pot to heat up some water so that you can take care of yourself and get rid of some hyperthermia. Or if you're just out early, because, you know, I'm an early morning fisherman and I like my coffee. So I like that Nescafe for the instant, right? So I'll make up some Nescafe in the morning and sit there and drink coffee as I'm waiting for the fish to start biting. Okay, so why is this not showing any new ones? Hang on. I'm just making sure that I'm up with you guys for your questions. I see that we have 32 people in tonight. Thank you very much for joining us on our adventures. Just because I have so many people in here, I want you guys to know this is God Sent Adventures. We're in the studio tonight. We just got back. I did what was the name of that town again? Anyway, I just walked through an old colonial town that was an old gold mining town. So that should be up on the website. We're asking for subscribers, you guys. We're just about to hit the 500, so that when I go to Hawaii, you guys actually have the opportunity to watch me do as many waterfalls there as I can. So I'm actually going to Jurassic Park Island. So I'll be doing a lot of recording there for you guys, especially, you know, we're just coming out of winter and spring is popping. So I'm hoping that you guys actually get to enjoy the adventure. But for the rest of the season, I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff. So I'll do some mushroom hunting. I'm going to be doing some crabbing. I'm going to be doing some fishing. I'm going to be doing some waterfalls. So yes, please subscribe. And then that puts you in for our contest too when we hit that 500. As well as that when we're out on an adventure, you can say, hey, where are you at, right? And we'll explain where we're at too. So there's that. Okay. So anyway, so that MSR stove, guys, if you haven't gotten one, you really should get one. I got this one on a steel. I usually bring my Volcano, but I got to thinking about when I was out on the river itself, if I wanted hot water so that I could make something, be it, you know, dehydrated food or whatever, because I'm going to go spend a couple of days on the river. So, all right. So, this has not been unpackaged yet. Here we go. So, it's halibut time, right? So, it's time to go catch some halibut. So, I get a phone call from a guy that said, Kurt, we can't find the coffin weights in the 3 and 4 pounds. So I started digging around. So I go to Do It Molds. I go to all of the guys that, you know, we would usually get a lead mold from, right? Well, they just didn't have the coffin mold anymore because that, you know, there's not a lot of people that fish for halibut in the rocks, right? So we started doing some searching around and found a company that does. Oh boy, they double packaged this thing. Look at, I got another box underneath it. So we found a company that does the coffin molds because they just don't get hung up as much when you're out halibut fishing, everybody. So we found those guys, and this is the 4-pounder. So let me keep going. This is the 4-pounder coffin mold. Wait till you see the size of the ladle I had to buy for these things. So I'll show you guys that here in a second too. Okay. Oh, more packaging. All right. So I sort of wanted to share this with you guys as I unwrapped it, right? Let's see. Did they send any stickers? Nope. No stickers. But they did put a Made in the USA on there. And I'm real particular about that. So, yeah, but no stickers. I'll get on them next time because I'm going to order a few more molds from them. So, but I like that it's made in the USA and that it's a vet making it for you guys. So, I hope that you enjoy what's about to come out of this mold. So, you know, we do river fishing. We do ocean fishing. We do, she's lake fishing. We go kokanee fishing. I mean, there's just not much that we don't do. We do bass fishing. I mean, it's just too much that we don't do. But every once in a while, you need a specialized mold, you guys. And this is what happened with this one. So let me, okay, does that screw into there? Looks like it does. Okay, so you guys are actually, that one's bent. Okay, we'll take care of that. So let's get this guy screwed in. Okay, put that together. Put this guy together. Yeah, both of them are bent. Maybe there's a reason why to get the flare on it. Okay. So this is like watching paint dry, I would imagine, but that's okay. All right, yeah, I see why they did that. Okay, so this is a very important mold for us because, oh, it needs to be oiled. Okay, so this is a 4-pound, what they call coffin weight, and it's gonna get an eyelet up here, which of course then I'll put a wire down through it just for it to have more to hold on to. But this is for when we're jumping down from 600 feet and up, right? Because that we're going for the halibut. So this is the first one of these molds to come in. There's going to be a 3-pound coming in as well. So if you guys need some riggings for halibut, that's what just came in. So there's that. Now look at this. I have ladles, right? Look at the size of this beast. This is what it takes to pour them big old molds, man. I'll tell you what, my arm's going to be tired just by, this thing's super long, right? My arm's going to be done as soon as I pour the first one of these, like, this thing is just a beast, you guys. So, but anyway, that's how you pour them big old ass molds. Okay, so wait a second, we're not done. So, people have been out fishing. Oh, let me check questions. Oh, Joseph Campbell, welcome in. Let me go to the next mold, okay? So that's why I sort of wanted to do that mold to see if they brought any stickers or anything like that, okay? So I ordered another mold, and here it is. And here it is. And I like the way that these guys did this. They put my name on the top. That little personal touch means a lot, right? But this is from Epic Baits, and they just said thank you and for trusting their company and all the rest of that. But they sent not only one sticker, but 2 stickers. So they sent this one for the bass, which is Epic Bait Molds. So it's probably backwards on your guys' camera, but that's okay. And then they sent me a second one, right? So I'm going to put this one on the back of my truck. This one, I'll probably do a giveaway with it. Why not? So, but without further ado, we want to show the mold. So this is one big ass mold, you guys. But, you know, big baits bring big fish. Oh my goodness. So this is what it, oh wait, it's getting too much glare on that side. Okay, so this is what it looks like. See the detail in that tail? Oh my goodness, does that make a huge difference, you guys? That's really important. But this is a 9-inch grub for going out and catching big fish, which my favorite is the sea dragon, right? I love to go catch lingcod. Not only are they fun to catch and hard to catch, there's just, you're not just going to drop it down there and catch a lingcod. That happens seldomly. But if you love lingcod, to catch them, they tug. And they have skills to get away. So I like that fish. But then when you eat them, oh my goodness, a lingcod. So the best way to cook a lingcod is take him fresh out of the ocean, get him filleted, bring him home, put him in a cast iron skillet with just a hairline of oil and some lemon pepper. And that's it, you guys. Throw it over some rice. If you like soy, whatever you like, or ceviche. Okay, so lingcod are very, very good in ceviche. So you take your lemon, your lime, what other spices you like, and make your ceviche out of lingcod. Nothing like it, you guys. Either which way that I just told you, you can smoke them, but that's a process. And we'll probably do that in another video. So, but anyway, so there's that mold. Okay, so I've been working these baits now for a while, and I've got some other ideas to do with this, okay? So be looking forward to that. Okay, so let's see what other goodies we got in here. Oh, well, I think we ran out of goodies, guys. So at this point, I guess I'm going to go in. I guess I'm going to go in and get something to eat now, unless somebody has some questions for me. Oh, okay. So Quentin Zeller's in. Hiya, Quentin. So yeah, Quentin, we've got your paddle tails. We've got all that stuff. A lot of people don't even really realize what we have. I was looking at the website the other day. Oh my goodness. There's so much stuff on there, you guys. No wonder why we're not getting hardly any orders, because it's just too confusing. So don't get confused. Just look through there. There's some really good stuff in there. A lot of stuff that we engineer ourselves. Oh, okay. So Sunday I leave at 1 o'clock. I'm going to an undisclosed location on the Columbia River. I'm going up to go try to catch my first springer out of the Columbia River and my first summer steelhead out of the Columbia River. And I'm going to get a special treat. So the place that we're going, the guy actually has a horse ranch. And each horse is stalled up, right? So I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to sleep in the house. I don't want to sleep in the truck. I don't want to sleep in a tent. I don't want to sleep in my trailer. I want to go into the horse barn and go hang out with the horses overnight. It's been a while, right? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And then I'll do my best if I could do a live as I'm out there to show everything that's going on. I'll definitely do it. But if not, I'll get it on video for you guys. So, but listen, I'm just hoping that you guys are really, really liking the adventures. I'm doing the best I can to get it recorded right. I noticed that when I was in that really, really old gold rush town, that the video didn't work that well. Well, it's because that it was one of those instances where I actually forgot my GoPro. So I need to go back and redo that town again, because it was absolutely beautiful, you guys, and old too. I mean, they kept it old on purpose. I mean, they had a blacksmith shop. Literally, they had old toy stores. It was an amazing place. So if that video didn't turn out that good, I apologize, but it gives you the gist, gives you the name of where it's at, and I highly recommend that you guys go visit it. Okay, oh, other exciting news. So today I get back. I've been gone for a couple of weeks. So I said that the place that's across from us is going to be setting up yurts. Nope, I was wrong. They're setting up geodomes, you guys, for your clamping. So you're going to be able to come into Waldport and literally go crabbing, go fishing, golfing. It's just mushroom. There's so much. So you're actually going to be able to come in and do that stuff and have a place that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg to stay. And there's quite a few of them. And you can bring your buddies, and just, there's big ones, small ones. Anyway, so that was pretty cool. It was a geodome instead of a yurt. I like the geodome better because you got more headroom. It's just way cooler. So there's that. And then after I get back from that, I want to go down to the Umpqua and go do a little fishing down there. I've got a feeling that there's still some very big winter steelhead in there that are just making the run up. So I think it's time to go do some of that. And then if you guys check out when if I can do the live, I don't know what kind of reception we're going to have. Like I said, we're going to be on a horse ranch. So and we're just going down the hill to get onto the Columbia. So I don't know what kind of reception that we're going to have, but if we have good reception and you're a subscriber, you will definitely get a notification that we're live. Okay, so hang in there. Be looking for that on Monday morning, you guys. Monday afternoon, I'll do the fishing report from there, or from up at the ranch, right? I'll probably be hanging out with some horses and doing a live. I mean, how cool is that, you guys? So, all right. Everybody, I hope that you get that when we hit that 500, which we're only... Geez, what are we like 18 away or something like that? There's going to be some really good gear in here. So I went and got cutters. I'm going to get some pliers. I mean, literally, you're going to have everything on here. We're going to draw from Fish Knocker Bryce's people and then from my people. And man, I'm just looking forward to it, you guys. All right, well... Thanks for putting up with me being gone, everybody. So let's make sure I didn't miss anything important on here. I think I said hi to everybody, and if I missed you, I apologize, because I don't like doing that. Let's see. So, but anyway, tomorrow morning, I should have up for you guys the hoochie spinner. I know you guys are going to enjoy it. We've already caught a bunch of fish on it. We just really haven't pushed it because it wasn't perfected yet. So, but now that it's perfected, they're $6 all day long, you guys. Even if you come into the store, which we will be getting open after I do my vacations, if you come into the stores, I'll probably let you have it for $5 too, because I like being home of the fin, right? Which is the old saying for, a $5 bill, we called it a fin. All right, everybody. So listen, thank you so much for the support. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for making me laugh, you guys. The text was great. I'm going to go make a few more phone calls. Tomorrow I'll be in shooting some baits and getting these new poles set up. That reel, by the way, guys, if you want to message me on here, if somebody's got a collection going, I can do a really good price on that for you. So, if it needs to go into a collection, because that really is an old reel that's absolutely brand new. So if somebody's collecting, please let me know. Got a text from a guy the other day that was in California. I think Kurt probably already took care of him, but was looking for a mold. And he was like, yeah, it was really hard to find. No, we've got, between me and Kurt, we've got a bunch of them, right? So we'll be taking care of him tomorrow, making sure, because he uses this particular mold to put the eyeballs on his frogs, right? So we'll be taking care of him tomorrow and looking forward to that, right? That guy was super cool. So maybe one of these videos, he'll send some frogs back and we'll get to see what that man's building too. All right, guys. Yep, I see that Quentin and all the rest of you are there. So I'm glad to be home. The trip was successful. I do have bad news, but we'll save that for the Monday night fishing report. Hatcheries are closing down there. I did the video. I'll put the video up probably that Monday so that you guys can see and understand what I'm talking about. We have some work to do here in Oregon so that we don't let that happen. So let's get busy with that. So don't forget, on Monday night, Friday night, I might do a bait lab. Okay, let's just wait and see what happens. And if you're a subscriber, you'll know that I popped up with a bait lab. I'll probably make some of these big old coffin guys And I'll probably make some of these grubs so that we can hang out and just chill. But yeah, we've got some work to do with our hatcheries. So let's get busy with that. Please make sure that you're subscribed so that you know what's going on. And then as well as the adventures that are coming up, guys, they're going to be pretty extraordinary. I'm telling you, we're going some places and you're going to get to see some stuff. All right, everybody, have a great night. This is God Sent Fishing. Happy hooking, and over and out, everybody. And I'll be sending you some videos of me doing adventures. Ha ha.